Yeah, August, bit of a nothing month, not quite spring, winter's nearly over. I know what you're thinking. Not much can be happening. You're wrong. There's heaps happening in August. August is going to be huge, not just in water tanks, not just globally with patch 118 and the Clan War stuff and challenges, but also down here in Australia. We've got the ANZPL, the ANZPL League, Oz Armafest, all happening on the same weekend. That's why I'm giving you plenty of notice to get on board because it's going to be huge. But before Oz Armafest and ANZPL kick off, we've got 118. We've also got other stuff. Let's have a look. Patch 118 is probably the thing that affects everyone. Like Clan Wars doesn't affect everyone, ANZBL or PL doesn't affect everyone, but everyone should watch it. And Oz Armafest certainly doesn't affect everyone. But update 118. The common test is happening. The matchmaker is going to change. There's a new line of tanks. You've probably heard of them. You're taking TDs. And of course, and the matchmaker is going to change. Now, there's a heap of map changes as well, which looks like it's going to be beneficial more to heavy tanks than anyone else or mediums that like to join in the brawl. But of course, read into all those map changes, whatever you like. There's a video here. Everything that I show you on screen is going to be linked down below. So you can take your time, watch the videos, read the text if you like to. The big things, the matchmaker is going to change. Remember when wheeled vehicles first came into the game? They said that the matchmaker would try to match 1 versus 1 on each team. I don't know if you remember it, but I do. And it hasn't worked. Let's face it, it hasn't worked. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 on one team and none on the other, and it's just wrong. Now, I'm not saying that wheeled tanks or wheeled vehicles or whatever you want to call them are overpowered or good for the game or bad for the game, but I reckon that surely the fairest way for the matchmaker is to make it even. Similar to artillery, they're going to make it so that only 2 artillery is the most of the time. They haven't fully committed to it. You might still see three a team, or 3 on one, three on each team from time to time. But as far as the way I read it, they're both teams will have the same amount, but they're going to try to be 2 or less, so 0, 1 or 2. And I agree with the light tanks as well. They should be matched they should be matched evenly, even if it means you have to wait longer. SPG players have been waiting longer for a long, long time. The warning even comes up in the game, so people in EBRs, well, maybe they should wait as well. Not that I've got anything against them, just because I think it's fairer if there's the same amount on each team. Your tagging TDs have come. If you have a look at if you zoom right in, it's going to start at tier 5 with a Semavente M41. Apologies to any Italian native speakers out there if I've butchered that one. The Semavente M41, the Basoto, and it goes on. I can't pronounce all of them, but there's a few with CC in there, which I reckon is pretty good. They look good. They look classy. They look smooth. They've got a different kind of gun, like a hybrid of an auto loader and a normal cyclic gun. It's got nothing to do with bicycles, but a normal gun, bang gun, whatever you want to call them. And they look cool too. If you look at the pictures, there's heaps of pictures in this article, which I will link down below. They look stylish. They look cool. And what else? And what else would you expect? Of course, they're going to look good. They're Italian. It's a country of style. There's been a few nerfs, the Karenwagen and the Emil too, and a few adjustments to all the different tanks. There's quite a few there, and a new random map outpost. Now, this is one of the tanks that we tested in Recon. Remember that? We did Recon. I streamed it. Maybe you were watching. I hope you were. So this is the tank that's going in this time. It's actually from last year. And anyway, it looks like it's going to come in. That looks pretty cool. There's a lot of map changes. Topography is changing a bit as well. If you haven't checked out topography, I'm going to do a separate video maybe on topography, or maybe a stream on topography. It's the kind of thing that I reckon you should do it every now and then. I wouldn't recommend doing the whole thing in one sitting, but just doing it every now and then, maybe every second weekend for a little bit, for a portion of your game. It just reminds you of some parts of the game. Don't pretend you're too good for it. You're not. No one's. You can always learn it. One thing I've learned about approaching 50 very, very quickly is that you can learn something every day. The tracks are going to look different. That's just a visual thing. It's going to look pretty cool. Watch the video. The video is pretty cool. I reckon you should. The global map event is over. Iron Age is over. They've gotten rid of anyone who was doing something they might not, should have been doing. Sakai won. This is what I like about the bonuses not being a thing. Sakai won with 10.5 million points. Lemon with just under 9.8. So remember we used to see that on the global map campaigns, we used to see a huge blowout between the first and second. There's an article out about the Iron Age event, and talking about the event, we'll get to it in a minute, but make sure, don't forget to spend your fame points. If you participated in the Iron Age event, you need to spend your fame points. We'll be in the garage shortly, and we'll have a look. In fact, we'll do it now. To get to the Iron Age event fame shop, if you played any Clan Wars at all, you'll probably have some fame points. Click on Clan up here, and wait for a minute while it loads. And then on the bottom right, there's a thing that says Iron Age. You click on that, and there's 3 sections to the left. You can only see 2 of them just above there, but the first one is the workshop for building things. If you're not sure how to do that, you build things to make different items. You can make a KV4 Kreslevsky, the 50 TP, improved compressor, or the permit to participate in the auction. You should have already done this one, but the rest, I think you might still have time. If you're going to participate in the auction, the second option, which is a picture of a cup, you can put in an auction bid onto one of the tanks. Now remember, with the auction bid, now this is important, with the auction bid, it says here, bonds, that's your minimum bid, and 2,475 fame points. So that's going to be different if you're not playing on Asia. But you need those points to participate in the auction. Every time there's a campaign, there are players who forget this and they spend all their fame points in the next bit, and that's not reversible. Once you've done it, you've done it. You can't get those fame points back, and that means you can't participate in the auction. Sorry, not the auction, in the claiming of the tank. In the claiming of the tank. You don't need to spend fame points for the auction. You need to spend fame points and 4,000 bonds to get the tank. But you need those fame points. If you spend the fame points first, before you try to claim a tank, if you're in the top 1,000 or however many people won tanks on your server, you'll miss out, and you need to use those fame points. If you're on the auction, though, you don't need to. You don't need those fame points to participate in the auction. Does that make sense? Minimum bid. I can't remember what the minimum bid is. I think it's 4,500 bonds. The third and final thing is the fame point shop, which is what I'm trying to push into. I'm gathering that most people who were in the top, however many got tanks, would have friends and clanmates to help them guide them through the process of getting it. But remember I said, there's always people who spend their fame points in this shop too much, and then they don't have enough left to get a reward tank, which would be heartbreaking. It happens every campaign, and as far as I'm aware, it's not reversible. Don't let it be you. I generally scroll down and get bonds. I don't have a huge amount of flame points. I just go bonds, click on there, purchase, claim, bang, done. How cool is that? That was really, really easy. And then you go back. How many points have I got left? I've got 8 points left. So for 8 points, you can't get too much, but you can get stuff. You can get free XP things. Let's get some of those. Let's get some free XP boosters. I can just do that. You know, they're 1 flame point each, and that's the kind of thing I might utilise to get rid of the rest of my points. That's it. They're all my points gone. Easy. Done. How easy was that? You can also get credits, premium time, different skins and styles, crew books, and a 3D skull for the VK7201K. I don't have that tank, but I reckon that looks pretty cool as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Speaking of shops, if you go to the garage and click on Depot, which is just up the top, just the bottom left of the battle button, click on the balloon, which is just above my head, the Twitch drop store. That also closes on the 15th of August. Now where I live, it closes just before 4 p.m. on the 15th of August. It's a very similar system. Did I mention the Fame shop closes on the 18th of August? That's about 5 a.m. server time, I think it might be. It is very early, so do it before the 18th. That's the Clan War shop, the Iron Age shop. The Twitch Drops store closes on the 15th. Early on the 15th. So you got to do this. There's no more Twitch drop tokens. That's done. But look out. There might be another one coming around the corner. You never know. I don't know what they've announced. This one, you get points. You can use the points for whatever you like. You can get it for personal reserves. You just click on claim and you confirm it. And it spends the points and you get the personal reserves. There's personal reserves. There's styles, premium time, 5x5 times 5 XP missions, funny faces, tanks to keep, and also tanks to rent. I reckon that's pretty good. This is the Twitch drop promotion that I've been a part of for a long, long time, or went for a few months, and I think it's a great idea. You get the points and you can spend them on whatever you like. So if you've dedicated the time watching people like me stream and getting those points, make sure you spend them to get the free stuff in game. How cool does that look? Challenges are still a thing. You might have seen an article that looks like this. Don't worry, I'll link it down below. This came out on the 3rd of the 8th, just a couple of days ago. And the Wargaming Challenge for August. You register in a challenge You meet the requirements and you might win gold. There's a link in there and there's a little bit about the challenges. Wargaming have put some in there. I've got some in there. I've got one happening on a Saturday afternoon. Most of my challenges are a Saturday afternoon/evening. We generally stream the end of it, but mine starts at 12 noon on Oz Eastern Time. Goes all the way through to 2 a.m. Sunday morning. All you need is one good game, tier 6 and above, and you might win up to 3,000 gold. That's my particular one. On this page, which I'll also link down below, the Challenge Asia Wargaming.net website, it's got a list of all of the open challenges that you might be able to see. SJP, that's StewiejP August Party, and August Party 2. August Party is for August the 7th, August Party 2 for the 21st, and they're both exactly the same. There's information there, some funny. You can put whatever pictures you like when you make one, so I just do it like that. It's got the times, the Aussie and the New Zealand flag, which I reckon looks pretty cool, and the prizes. 3,000 gold for first, down to 100 gold for 10th, and quite a few people have gotten on board. All you need is one good game. You've got to register though. Make sure you register, and you need to register for every different challenge, and you can be doing more than one challenge at the same time, and the gold comes straight away. When the challenge ends, if the challenge ends at like 2 o'clock, it'll be done by 2:30. I think it waits for 15 or 20 minutes because if the game has already started, it still counts. If a game starts a minute before the challenge ends, that game still counts. So the game has to wait for all that kind of stuff, and then it allocates the gold after those games are finished. It's like 20 past the hour or whatever time it is. We're nearly at the end of the video. Don't worry. ANZ Premier League and ANZ B League, the better league, the bigger league, they're both back on August 26th. Now, a couple of things are happening on August 26th. This is one of them. We're doing it alphabetically. ANZPL and BL. We're doing it alphabetical. It's a 5 versus. There's 7 people in each team. I'll be watching the teams. I've got a vested interest in a lot of these teams. I know a lot of these people. A lot of these people have come through 1AR, have come through other clans I've been involved in, through Twitch, through other community contributors, friends of mine. It's fantastic. It's 5 versus 5, fast and furious tier 10 action, and it's generally the best of a few games. Finals are different to during the season. Best of 5, I think it is, during the season. 5 versus 5. There's no reward tanks or wheeled vehicles allowed, but anything else is fair game. 2 tanks of the same kind is another stipulation. So you see a few different things. You can't see 5 mouses. It doesn't work like that. It has to be maximum of 2. It'll be a 13-week tournament, Season 5. This is getting bigger and bigger, folks. I'm telling you right now. I know. Ziggy and I were part of the first season of the B League, and I know it's been great. And we love to see it continue to succeed. It starts on the 26th. This article will be linked as well. 26th of August is when it all starts. Before that, they will be the drafts for the Premier League and the B League. I'm not sure. Oh, I know the dates, but I don't think I can tell you. I'm not sure if it's been announced yet, but the dates will be coming out. So check your local the portal, the article, you know what I mean? And you'll probably know someone who's in it or trying to get in it. It'll be pretty cool. I love it. It's great. The grand finals are in Melbourne at Fortress on the 26th of November. 26th again. 26th of November. I will be there this time. I'll be there on the Friday and the Saturday night. That's going to be massive. I hope to catch up with you then. Knock back a few Fortress lagers. They're a mid-strength beer. A little bit healthier than the heavy stuff. And you see some pretty interesting characters. There's Wimo. You just want to hug him, don't you? He's that kind of guy. The draft, it does say there. Draft is there, 11th of August. Gee, that's really close. 11th of August is the draft. That's going to happen on the Water Tanks ANZ channel, the one that you see Ziggy and me on every second Wednesday, and Ziggy, KJ and Rack on every second Monday. And you also see Karath and J Rated and Cynical Silicon, Manicus. All the cool cats are on that channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed and gotten on board the Water Tanks ANZ Twitch channel by now, you're missing out. Do yourself a favour. Get on board that. And to play Premier League, you need to have played at least one season of Premier League or B League in the past. If you haven't, you can be eligible for the B League draft. I know people in both leagues. It's fantastic. Last season, the Cairns Comets, who I know a few of those players, the Cairns Comets went from the B League to the Premier League. I'm really looking forward to see how they go. Unfortunately, the Brisbane Bulldogs disbanded, which opens up an opportunity. There's opportunities there. So it's unfortunately the registration has ended for the drafts, but you might see some new faces, opportunities for new faces. That's what I'm trying to say. Fortress is the venue for the grand final yet again. That's the 26th of November. I will definitely be there, and I'll probably be there the day before too. I look forward to seeing you there. Love to buy you a beer. Love to say high five. Have I missed anything? Zig? Oh, the Armafest. Oh, the Armafest is going to be huge. It's back. I haven't been there since 2019, but I can tell you it was one of the best weekends. I don't know what's comparable. ANZ Premier League final or the Oz Armafest. I'm going to have to say Oz Armafest because you're there. You're there with like-minded people, not just Water Tanks people. A lot of great people go there, families, adults, young people, old people, everything in between. And you can ride on the tanks. It's a 3-day event this time. Traditionally, it's just been a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. This time it starts on the Friday, the 26th. Again, that's the same day as the Premier League first night of battles. Look out for some information about that. And again, I'm going to link this article down below. Looking here is all of the events. There's the Friday is basically a parade of different tanks, World War II vehicles, doing laps. It's a big figure 8 track, which is fantastic. There's a list of all the tanks there. There's quite a few. I'm not going to go through all of them, but on the Saturday and the Sunday, it's open from 9 till 4:30. And the Saturday and Sunday this time, the two days, they're going to be giving rides on different tanks, which I think is a really good idea. Last time they tried to do it all in one, or last time I went, it was all the same, but they mixed it around. This time they've split it because the collection has grown a lot since 2019. There's a great bunch of people who work there. They love answering questions about their tanks. They're very passionate about what they do. They're nice people as well. So I encourage you, if you got the opportunity to get up to Cairns between the 26th and the 28th of August, I'll be there. Something will be happening. Watch out. There'll be more announcements this month. It'll be fantastic. Wargaming sponsors some of the tanks there. They sponsor the museum. It's a really, really good on-ground event. I think it's fantastic. And there's pubs there. There's great people, great weather. I'll be there. The good lady will be with me. My old mate Zig's going. Who else is going? I don't know. Look out for more announcements about who is coming to Oz Armafest. If it's not you, you should. I understand not everybody can get there, but it would be great to see as many people as I can there because it's a really good event. It's an event that I love. And my old stubby holder that I got it's worn out. I need a new one, so I've got to do that this time. Great tanks. Don't forget, claim your Twitch drop tokens that you got from watching my stream. I really appreciate it. We want to get as much free stuff as we can. And of course, the Clan Wars, the event, spend your points. But if you're going to be claiming a reward tank, don't spend your points before you claim the reward tank because it happens every time. Anyway, ANZPL and Oz Armafest on the same weekend. How good's that going to be? I can't wait. Thanks again. If you haven't liked and subscribed and gotten on board, now would be a really good time to do so. Even share it and tell your friends. Hopefully I haven't waffled on too much. We're also on Twitch. We're on Water Tanks ANZ channel every second Wednesday. We're also on my channel, twitch.tv/stewiejp. Subscribe for free. Follow for free. Whatever they call it. Tell your friends. Get on board. Thanks again for watching. Any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll be linking it all down there anyway. Take care and see you all next time.